And a good Sunday morning to you. Thanks for being with us, everyone. You are looking live at the start of the half marathon that is about to get away at Lambeau Field in just a matter of seconds. 6,000 runners lined up have been training for months for the Green Bay Cellcom half marathon. That's 500 more runners than last year. You can see the timing line there, everyone doing their final stretches and their laps. The half marathon, it sold out back on March 2nd. This is the 15th annual race. You see them gearing up. People participating in this weekend's events. The half marathon you are about to watch begin. This starts at 8 o'clock. The full marathon started an hour before at 7 o'clock. Overall, 9,000 people in today's runners. You hear the countdown starting to begin. You see the cameras going. The stopwatches are about to begin for those elite runners who are in the very front of that pack. For the 15th annual race, a record crowd sold out, and there they go. Let's take a quick listen. And they are off. 6,000 runners about to embark on that half marathon. The full marathoners have been at this now for an hour. We want to welcome you outside the WBAY studios. We are at mile marker 20 for the full marathon. Good morning, everyone. I'm Matt Smith.
And I'm Rebecca Schultz.
Temperature-wise, we have a bit of a breeze, as you can probably hear a little bit for the runners. A few clouds, but hey, overall not terrible.
Yeah, some of those sprinkles that were approaching from the west really falling apart. In fact, only one location across the viewing area, Shawano, reporting some of those showers. So even as I look up above me, the skies are still partly cloudy. We're in the upper 40s. We'll be into the 50s. Again, the chance for a few sprinkles here around 9 o'clock, and then temperatures will be getting into the 60s towards the end of the race. And we're in for a nice day. And of course, we're going to be talking more about your full weather forecast, which includes some warmer temperatures. So stay tuned for more details on that.
You can hear the excitement. We are at mile marker 20. We're having a beach party theme, hence what Rebecca has around her neck. The temperature is not bad for the runners. Let's head on back to the starting line where our Patrick Nelson is live for us this morning with more details. Patrick, good morning to you.
All right, you're looking live right now at the half marathon start of the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon. The weather's been pretty nice out here so far today. A little bit of sprinkles, some showers moving in just before the start here, but other than that, I think everyone's pretty happy with the weather this year. Let's take a look at video right now of the start of the full marathon. Some things that you want to know about this year's marathon. The total runners, nearly 9,000 in combined from the full and half marathons. In the half marathon, just over 6,000. The full, almost 2,000 runners. And as we come back here live, you can see more of the nearly 6,000 runners coming down the start here to get going with their day. One thing you should know is we actually have a few people from our news and sports team running these races today. You can track them on social media. We'll be telling you how to do that throughout the show today. We've got Michelle Clemens, our Action 2 News reporter, running the half marathon, and Dave Schrader from Action 2 Sports is running the full marathon, so you can track their progress throughout the day. We're going to be talking with race director Sean Ryan coming up in just a little bit around the 8:30 hour to find out how things are going so far today. Reporting live in Green Bay, Patrick Nelson, Action 2 News.
All right, Patrick, up close and personal to all the runners this morning. Marathon organizers have made it easy for all of us to track runners as they're going throughout the course this morning. Let's take a look at Dave Schrader. He is running the full marathon, one of our sports reporters. You can see here at mile 5, he clocked in at 7:41 this morning. He is well on his way to the race. You can head on over to the Cellcom Marathon website to track these. They've actually had a lot of traffic this morning. The site's been down for a little bit. Twitter has been down for a little bit, but they're working to update that and keep that process going for you. Here's a live look at the starting line. Hey, in just a matter of minutes, 6,000 people have made their way onto the course. More news and weather after the break. Stay with us on this Sunday morning. Activity out here at mile marker 20 is well underway. We hear a lot of excitement. We see our own Bill Jarts and Cammie Rapson getting the water stations ready. Hey, give a wave, everyone. We're back with more coverage after this. Stay with us. All right, welcome back out live to mile 20 of the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon. You're looking live at some of our hard-working folks at the Gatorade and water stations. I think you see some familiar faces down there. Bill Jarts, Cammie Rapson. Oh, there they are. I think you can hear them. Hi, guys. They're getting that water ready. The first elite runners are going to cross here at about 8:34-ish. That's the predicted time. Welcome back to our coverage of the 15th annual Cellcom Green Bay Marathon, taking a live look at our Green Bay Skycam. It's empty right now, but the runners are expected soon. Thousands throughout the Green Bay area right now. About 2,000 volunteers along the race course, including here at mile 20 at our beach party. I mean, besides the sweater, we're feeling kind of beachy this morning.
Well, there it is, my logo.
Yeah.
I wanted to get some gear on here, some Channel 2 gear, and yeah, I'm adding the Hawaiian flair here, and it's a nice day for it.
It is. As we've been doing, we've been able to track the runners through social media. One of the guys we're following is our own Dave Schrader, our sports reporter. Taking a look, his mile 5 check-in was at around 7:40 this morning. He left his gun time at about 40 seconds, averaging a very good pace of 8 minutes a mile. If he can sustain that, he is going to be a winner in our books. Lots of folks running around the area. We're expecting some of the elite runners out here at about 8:34 this morning, and this really caps off a weekend of festivities. Yesterday was a big event. We have some video of the 5K race. There it is. Nearly 4,400 people ran, jogged, walked that 3.1 mile course. Like the half and full marathons, race also goes through the Lambeau Field Players Tunnel, takes a lap around the field before racers get to the finish line. The 5K attracts a lot of first-time racers and families. A lot of experienced runners, though, too, like winner Brian Finno, who clocked in at a time of 15 minutes and 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Finno from Forestville.
I did Boston less than 4 weeks ago. Wasn't really sure how I was going to pan out today.
The 5K was added to the Cellcom Marathon event back in 2002. Half the registrants this year were considered kids. Back out here live as we wake up on this Sunday morning. Temperatures, I mean, all things considered, a pretty decent marathon compared to some years past.
Yeah, that's right. You know, even some of those warmer runs a couple of years ago, we still started off in the 50s, and that's where we sit right now, although we're not going to get as warm today. So a nice, steady climb on those temperatures expected. 50 right now in downtown Green Bay. Still waiting for some of those runners to get into the downtown area here outside our studios.
Live with coverage you can count on. This is Action 2 News HD This Morning, Weekend Edition.
About 8:30 as we're waking up on this Sunday morning. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I'm Matt Smith.
And I'm Rebecca Schultz.
We are live at mile marker 20 for the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon. The elite runners, we are expecting them in just minutes to pass by our beach-themed water station. Temperatures not feeling too beachy, but hey.
Not too beachy, but especially those runners training. It's been such a cold and tough year. It's not a bad day here as we take a look at your marathon running weather for the day. 50 degrees now this hour. There's a few sprinkles around, but they're very light and isolated. We'll be getting into the mid-range 50s over our 9 o'clock hour, and then into the 60s as the race starts to wind down. There's just a bit of a west to southwest breeze out there, but all in all, it's been a pretty nice start here for these runners, and we'll continue to keep an eye on the radar. Again, a lot of the shower activity already falling apart, Matt, so a pretty good day out there.
It's hard for me to fathom this, but 20-mile marker, they start at 7 o'clock. They're going to be here in just a couple of minutes. That means 35 to 40 minutes. The first runners of the marathon are already going to be finishing, and we're going to head on over to the finish line. That's where Patrick Nelson is standing by live for us. Patrick, good morning to you.
We made our way from the starting line now to the finish line of the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon, and we're joined by race director Sean Ryan. And Sean, how do you think things are going right now? You got the halfers out there, you got the full marathon runners. How are you feeling about things?
I'm feeling great. We've got about 8,000 runners out on the course right now, and everything seems to be going very smooth. Getting great reports back from our course personnel. It's a great day for the runners.
And here we are pretty much in the shadow of historic Lambeau Field for the finish line. What does having a venue like this do for this race? I mean, you have racers from 46 different states participating.
Yeah, it elevates the aura of the event. I mean, it's our most well-known landmark in Green Bay. It's world famous, and to be able to host our event and run our event through a historic football stadium like this really adds to the ambiance of the event and the mystique of it.
Any concerns at this point for the race, or everything pretty much going according to plan?
No, everything's going according to plan. I joked with the medical team that for the first time in years, they might be treating hypothermia instead of overheated runners.
Yeah, it's definitely nice and cool out here. It did sprinkle a little bit, but no rain right now. The last question I have for you is, we had a couple years ago, heat was a big storyline. Last year we had Boston Strong, kind of a sign of solidarity, all the folks that came out to run. What would you say is the headline for this year's race?
I'd say the headline is cool runnings. The runners finally got a year that they deserved after, a lot, like you said, a lot of years of heat. It's great, perfect weather. A little cool as a spectator or a volunteer to be standing here, but I know the runners out there are really enjoying this weather.
Thanks so much. That's Sean Ryan, race director of the Cellcom Green Bay Marathon, and we are at the finish line. We're expecting to see some of those first finishers to come in at around 9 o'clock or shortly thereafter. Reporting live, Patrick Nelson, Action 2 News.
All right, Patrick, thank you. I think it's going to be a little after 9 o'clock. We're hearing some of the results. We're thinking more around 8:45, 8:49, somewhere in there for some of the first runners to come past this first mile marker. I think we have some of those graphics of the elite runners and their times and their information. Look at these guys. These are the elite men. We have people from dozens of states and 8 countries participating in this race. Let's take a look at some of the elite women. Well, here's the rest of the men. I think there's about 14 considered elite in the category. They keep coming up. Wisconsin, you got 3rd last year. That's pretty impressive.
Impressive, for sure.
For all of these competitions. Here comes some of the elite women runners. Taking a look, the water stations across are getting all ready for these folks. We have a lot of states, Wisconsin, Minnesota represented. A few more Wisconsin, a lot of Wisconsin women in this elite category that will be coming by and running in the race and winning, hopefully, fingers crossed, but they are at least in the elite. We are just seconds away now from the first elite runners coming by our WBAY studios at mile marker 20. The water station is ready. The beach-themed water station is ready as they come down South Jefferson Street. Here at the water station, we have that beach theme going on because we're mile 20, the WBAY-sponsored water station. One of our promotion guys, he has a squirt gun made out of a camera that, I mean, today's conditions not terrible, but once you get it closer to 11, 12 o'clock, you're going to hear that. We hear the cheers, folks. Let's watch as some of these runners come in as we wake up on this Sunday morning. I see the car coming. That means we are just moments away from the first runner to be coming by. Folks, these guys are running fast. They're going to finish a little after 9 o'clock. Here we go. You are led by motorcycles, a police presence to ensure everyone's safety and the safety of the runners. We have a bike team, as you're going to see, come in the foreground. Here they are, folks, leading the runners. We're going to try to get a bib number so we can let you know where they are from, who they are from. It is a close race, folks. We have 2 of them who are going to come into your frame any second now. You can hear the cheers. Let's take a listen. There they are. This is going to be neck and neck, folks, as we watch this race as they go by mile marker 20. There is 6 miles left in this race. They have the Gatorade here. They have the water here to pick all of them up that and stay hydrated as they continue now back towards Lambeau Field. They're, of course, going to circle through the stadium and finish. When we return, we will have a check of today's headlines plus Rebecca's forecast. Stay with us. As we wake up this morning, here's a live look at the finish line. They're giving us a thumbs up. We'll give it right back to them. More than 1,900 marathon runners, 6,000 half marathon runners on their way to the finish line at Lambeau. They're going to be finishing here in a matter of minutes. That's 500 more runners than last year in the half. It's the 15th Cellcom Green Bay event with nearly 14,000 overall participating in all of the festivities. Back out here live, mile marker 20, we have seen probably 5, 6, a handful of the elite runners come by here in just a matter of minutes. They are going to be crossing that finish line. The full marathon started at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock started the half marathon. Thank you so much. We had a bunch of fun out at our beach party today.
Yeah, a lot of energy out here. A lot of our coworkers out here. Runners starting to come down. It's a great morning to get out and enjoy.
Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.